Hey, hey, holy watchers or divine messengers, or y'all know what's up, my chosen family. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, I've been out of the pocket. I told y'all I was going to be doing a TV show and stuff, and Lady TC Cafe is starting up, so I'm doing a lot of editing here at home as well as down at the studio. So, but today we talking about, let me tell you what, Mama T's got something to tell you. Yeah, we're going to talk, we're going to rap a bit, and I might rub some folks the wrong way on this subject, but yeah, I caught wind of it. It's back to school time. It's back to school time. I used to love back to school time. I really did. And so what I want to bring up is how the whole thing with the beef going on with the parents versus the teacher over the school supplies, with that list that they send out every year. Now, I'm going to just tell you a quick little story. Back when I was growing up in school, late 60s, early 70s, the school department, the funding was there that provided all the necessary tools that you needed. The books, all the supplies you needed. They didn't send no list out. Never had to worry about that when I was a little girl. As I got older and went on to junior high, that's when a little list first started. Like, when it came time for a school project or something like that, they sent a little note home. Could you maybe accommodate your child by picking up some index cards, a highlighter, the protractor, the compass and square thingy, ruler, things like that. They asked for nicely. But what I'm hearing now, and I got a pet peeve about this stuff, because my kids are grown and gone. I got grandkids now, but I don't have say-so about what's up. My son, he'll tell me in a minute, don't even think about it, I deal with it, because I'm one of them parents that gone up to the school and gotten them teachers' face. You might say ghetto, ratchet, whatever. No. I am a very big advocate about my children's education. I ended up putting my daughter in Catholic school, which I worked my butt off in that church to make sure it was all paid for and everything. And so all of their provisions were met because it was private education and everything. But the public school system I dealt with for many years before with my son. And it wasn't easy, okay? So, but this whole thing about the school list thing, let me stick on point with that. Mirroring the prison system, y'all pretty much know. We've seen a lot of literature here on TikTok talk about how the school system mirrors the prison system. How you say? Well, look at their transportation. The busing looks the same. It's a bus. Back and forth to court or wherever they transport them. And the cafeteria is exactly the same. So are the hallways exactly the same. The funding is pretty much the same. If not, it's about to be, because I believe the man in office now declared that Department of Education, he's going after funding, but he's taking it from federal to state, which is what we were under, I believe, was state funding. So we had all our provisions met. So maybe it's a great thing. I don't know. We'll see. My point is this. When people are in prison, they can take college courses and get their GED. And everything and all their provisions, they're not writing home to their parents saying, could you send in some commissary money so they can be able to go to school? No, everything is there for them. The provisions are being made. You see what I'm trying to get at? This burden is upon the Department of Education, federal or state, whoever's in charge now or going to be. So that means you need to get in contact with your senators, your Congress, your governors, write letters, file petitions, get out there in the community with your civic leaders and protest or march on City Hall or whatever. You're supposed to be doing this. Teachers, parents together. And while that's being done, at the same time, you know what you can do? What we used to do? And it's allowed? Fundraise. Yeah, bake sales, selling them candy bars. Go out into the community and put boxes in stores like the Dollar Tree, where people can, as they shop, donate by throwing a few school supplies in those boxes. And then at the end of whatever, just before school starts, the school department goes around and collects all them boxes and distributes them evenly through all the public school system. Yes, you could do that in Walmart too with school supplies. You could do that. They do it at Thanksgiving, the food banks for Thanksgiving. You drop a can in, here, there, stuffing. You could do the same thing. The school, and your kids go to school, they take extracurricular courses like, they join the sports teams, football, basketball, cheerleading. They need uniforms for that. So they fundraise for those uniforms and trips and field trips, and they raise money for the games and all that stuff. You could be doing the same to make sure your classrooms, yeah, I'm talking to you teachers, and I'm not against you. I'm not attacking the teachers. But you can't unleash this burden on the parent the way you're doing it. The teacher can go get a box and put it in her classroom asking for donations. When you send out that list to the parents, you can put at the bottom of the list, and could you please, if you can afford it, help out for a child in need in the classroom by putting an extra supply in there, only if you can. It's called asking. A-S-K. Ask. Ask. And most people don't have a problem donating. Okay? Because honestly, the parent ain't obligated. And you shouldn't be. It's a reverse psychology form of manipulation you're doing here. If you really want to think about it, to the child, when a child comes to school, this is what I'm hearing you're doing. You're going and telling them to empty their backpack with all their school supplies. And then you put it in like a bucket or something, like it's a trick-or-treat Halloween bowl. And then you decide, the teacher, that each child gets this, this, and this, and that. Unacceptable. I'm with these parents on this one. Sorry, but no one gave you the right nor invitation to decide what happens with the supplies I gave my child that I bought with my hard-earned money. And mind you, I was the type of parent, when my kids were in school back in the day, I got them the superhero type of notepads and pencils, and the pencil. My daughter would get the one with the Hello Kitty and the pom-poms on top and the glitters and all that. I didn't want them sharing it. That was for my child to have that self-esteem. You see what I'm saying? I bought that because telling my child, that's my way, I love you, and I want you to focus, concentrate, and do well in school. And I see some of y'all be judging the parents, well, you got money for their clothing. Of course we do. Because listen, I went through that whole sneaker thing when it came out. The sneakers, Kanye and all these rappers started pushing the Nike and all these other basketball stars and stuff. Never, me growing up, did we pay for over $100 sneakers. So when my son came on in junior high with all that, the kids picked on him because the first year he went to junior high, I let his father beg me, can I let me buy his school clothes this year? I said, yeah. The man didn't know. He's older than me. He didn't know. The sneakers I used to get was good enough for me. I'm not paying for this and this and that, Nikes and Timberlands. What? Never mind. Leave that department to me. So my son started school, mind you, with them cheap Maypops one year. He was like, I ain't going. I'm not taking them to school. He stayed out of school a week, and I worked double shifts to get that money together to get him a pair of decent Nikes. Because it's more important for my child to be happy and be able to be focused while in school. So I don't care what you say about spending money on Nikes or whatever name brand. America did that stigmatism with society, yeah. But it's a problem with kids getting bullying too. So aside from that, what I'm trying to say is this. Your child's well-being in that classroom and their frame of mind. No one should ever unload a feeling of being without and stuff like that. So don't shame the parents. Don't shame the teacher. Go against who you really should be aiming the fire at, the ones that are slashing these budgets. And in the meantime and in between time, get the parents to participate with you. See your civic leaders. Talk to the school department about going over there and talking to these stores that can put collection boxes, donation boxes, and your church can put a donation collection box for school supplies. The communities now, like our community is doing this thing every year where they have a big festival, and then vendors put out tables where they hand out, how they hand out free water bottles and hand sanitizer. They do all that and give a big backpack with all the supplies inside of it. That's great every year, but some people don't know about it and they don't take advantage of it. They don't see the flyer, whatever. More people need to get involved in that. But I'm saying that thing about putting them boxes in the stores as well as the classroom, the teacher can do that and make a conscious effort in getting together in the board meetings with the parents, PTA, all that stuff. It's a conscious combined effort where you work together and don't be at each other's throats. It's all for the benefit of the children. But yes, I am in defense of the parents on this one, because when I buy my kids what I buy, no teacher should ever come and go through their stuff and decide this and this and that. No, you need to ask first, bottom line. So there you have that one. And this will be featured on my TV show soon and more episodes to come. I'll see y'all soon here in TCX9 Lady TC Knows. Love ya. Bye.